Welcome to the 37th Annual Vaseline Symposium on Male Masturbatory Habits, sponsored by Vaseline, for when your hands are chapped or whatever. Let me introduce our panelists, David Humpenhoff, Professor of Sociology from Yale, and Hans Gripper, Professor of Anthropology from Harvard. I will be your moderator, Latrina Reynolds. Directed to Dr. Gripper. What is the normal male method of masturbation?
Thank you, Ms. Reynolds, for a very incisive question. Normally, the man will take both his hands and will stretch them as far as the head of his penis, and which for me is usually around here, and he will then slowly move back and forth in this sort of motion. This sort of motion is very common, as I've seen, and is actually related to a very primitive chimpanzee action, which I saw while touring in Burma.
Hold on now. I would not say that, you charlatan. No. The average male uses one hand. The modern male is far too busy for that. He's got to be using his cell phone, you know. He's got his MP3 player in one hand. He's too busy for both hands for auto-simulation. No. He uses one. Only sometimes does he sleep on said hand. And only when said hand goes numb does he use that hand. Only sometimes, though. Only sometimes.
Yes, I believe you're referring to the sleeper, yes?
That is correct.
I've actually done some very interesting research where instead of sitting on your hand until the blood drains from it, thus creating sort of a numb hole to fuck yourself with, I've actually found an actual sleeping person, and then I fuck their hand. There's a very interesting journal article coming out next month. I suggest the entire audience to read it.
Next question to Dr. Gripper. How do the masturbatory habits of members of different religious sects vary?
In the Protestant Christian faith, it was a very interesting tradition that began in Ireland, in fact, that every family, no matter how rich, no matter how poor, would have a replica of a pope's hat in the corner of the room. And then, each morning, the male member of each family would stand in a circle and ejaculate into said hat. When the hat was full, they would wrap it in a burlap sack and ship it off to Rome.
Yes. The Jews also have a very unique situation where they can only masturbate when feeling guilty about masturbation. Also, they can only masturbate when talking on the phone to their mother.
In fact, Woody Allen movies constitute as pornography to most Jews.
That's true.
It's the only way. Buddhists, in their philosophy of distancing from pleasure or suffering, do not masturbate. However, they give great head.
Muslims, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
However, Hindus, though, have an incredibly interesting tradition. They take the holy Brahmin bull and raise it, and they have the udders, and the milk is spraying everywhere. You must have seen my documentary, Milking the Holy Bull with One Hand.
No, I did, yes.
Yes. It's good to see that you've actually watched some quality work.
Yeah.
For this question, let's start with Dr. Humpenhoff. What do you masturbate to?
Thank you, yes. In order to masturbate, I like to make a night out of it. I set a date, at least 2 weeks in advance. I will come home, I will clear my schedule. I will then light a few candles. I will make sure I have a DVD in hand. I will set the lotion and the tissues off to the side on my bed. And then I will progress into my evening. You're right there?
I'm fine. Oh, I'm sorry. As you can see, I was masturbating, but it's because I wanted to. Does anyone want a souvenir? No? You in the... Yeah.
That is most unprofessional.
Sir, I live my philosophy. A man needs to masturbate. If that man necessarily has soft underwear that is kind of rubbing interestingly, then it's time to whip it out. And yes, maybe it is not the most appropriate thing in this audience, and maybe your pants are a little soiled now. I'm sorry about that, but you do deserve it. But, you know, I think I first really learned about masturbation when I was 9 years old. I was sitting in my math class and I realized that the knot of wood on my desk sort of looked like what I thought a vagina would be. And I asked to go to the bathroom, and I did. And in the bathroom, I masturbated for the first time. And it is then I realized that man is truly driven to pump his hand around his member, because truly it is the only way he could reach the platonic potential of what sex could be.
Sir, that is both gross, irresponsible, and inspiring.
Yes, I am all that is masculine. Stare upon my drooping member and know that I masturbate. Yes, I have fulfilled my purpose in the fact that my hand and my member are one. It's a pleasure, sir. A truly, truly pleasure.
Pleasure was mine.
Oh, it will eventually be mine.